And then our next command is associative command. Associative controls the Hello everyone and welcome to Simulate Academy. Thank you for showing your interest in Simulate Academy. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to use array commands. In sum, there are total 3 array commands. First is rectangular array, path array and polar array. So one by one, I'll be explaining you all the 3 array commands. So let's start with the first. For that, I'll have to draw one object here. I'll draw here circle. And then I'll use array command. Just select that object and right click of your mouse, or you can just press enter, and then here you can see the array has been formed. So there are two methods of forming column and rows here. So the first is you can just select on this arrow and you can just drag and leave it on how much number of columns you want, just leaving here. And I can also increase the number of rows from here. Okay, and the distance between the two objects can also be minimized or maximized from here. Okay, so from here I can just minimize. And the second method is from the table. As the table you can see on your screen here, you can just increase or minimize. I want 6. Okay, and number of rows would be 5, and then the distance between the two can also be given here. It will automatically calculates the total amount of total distance between the two objects that you are given. Okay, so now here also you can just change according to your drawing. And then the third here is for levels. Levels is something for you can just increase your height of your array command. For that you just have to go here to home button. Just click on this home button. You can see as you click on the home button, you can just increase your you can see the 3D view of your object. So here I want 5, and the distance between the two objects should be 500 something. Okay, so here you can see the level has been formed. Okay, this is not visible. I'll just show front view. Here you can see the level has been formed here. You can also just drag this and increase, drag this and increase. Okay, and then our next command is associative command. If you want to make an individual changes in this particular any of the particular object, you will not be able to do that because associative is holding all those objects that you have formed. So if you want to make any changes, just close from here. So before that I'll just change this to 1 and go to top view. Okay, so now close from here. And if you want to just here you can see that it's grouply formed. So suppose I want to make any change in this second object, but I cannot. So for that you can just use the explode command. Take this and select the object and right click on that. You can see that your group has been the second object has been discriminated from the group, and then you can make the individual changes in this. Okay, so now going back to array, I'll just click on this, and here you can see there is no associative command. In fact, there are 3 of 4 new commands that have been added. So first So now let's see with the base point. Base point is that you can redefine your base point, and you can just replace your origin point where on the different objects. For that, I'll just select this base point and I'll just replace with this, or I can just replace to this. Okay, and then you can make any changes from here also. So now our new command is edit source. In edit source, you can edit or modify your object. I'll just show this and select the item in the array and press OK. So now if I want to draw another circle here, draw another outer circle for this, and here you can see the new modification has been applied to every object in the array, and here the new edit array has been added, and just go there and save changes. Then here you can see the changes has been applied. So now our next command is replace item. Replace item can replace the sources of the object for the selected item, and it means that if I don't want with the circle and I want the rectangle one, so I can just replace it. For replace item, just click on this and I'll draw a rectangular here. Okay, and then I'll just select this, go to replace once again and select the replacement object, right click on it, and you can select the replacement center of your object. I'll just select this and I'll just, okay, so like this I can make the changes and then enter. Here you can see, and just enter an option that you want. I'll just select with the source. Okay, so like this you can go with your array replacement array. So now our next is reset array. You can just reset or remove all the modifications that you have done. Just click on, you can just do that. Close array. Just, so let's move on with, so now let's move on with path array. For path array, you can just path array eventually distributes the object and copies along the path that you have created for that. Okay, for that I'll just create the polyline here, and I'll just select from command line, I'll select arc, I'll select this, enter, and I'll draw this circle here. Okay, so I want this circle to be following this path, so I'll just select this path array, select the object and right click and select the path. So here you can see that it's following the path. Okay, and here the same toolbar is also up, showing up. Here some new commands has been added, base point. So same as usual, you can just replace your base point or tangent direction. You can just select your tangential direction. Okay, like this, it's almost same. Okay, just select this and let's move on to the next. Next is your polar array. For polar array, it means that you can just create your arrays circular wise. I'll just go here, I'll just draw one circle, and suppose I want to create more circles here on the circumference of, and then I'll just select the polar array, select the object, right click and just select with the origin center, and here you can see that the number of items you can just replace it from here. I want 10. Okay, and the distance between them also can be changed from here, and the rows count also similar. the base point rotation item, and the direction clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, I'll just close from here. And if you don't want to go with the circumference of the circle, you can just individually do that also. I'll just draw here, and I'll directly select with the polar array, select, right click, and I'll just select the origin. Suppose it's 160. Okay, so here you can see, just close this, and once again I'll show you. And if you want to create it randomly, you can just create it also. Right click and select the origin. I want the origin should be this polar array. Click the object, right click, select the center. Here you can see the without circumference. So like this you can perform all these three arrays. Hope you have understood this. If you feel any doubt, or if you did not understand any of this, you can just ask me in the comment below. I'll surely reply you back with the clearing with your doubts. So if you like the video and if you are understood, just click the subscribe button and hit the like. And thank you so much for showing your interest in Simulate Academy. Thank you and keep learning.